Ah, I see you have completed your mission. Excellent. Put her over there and tie her up. So, how did it go? What happened to your face? She punched you. How amusing. Even when she is powerless, she still has spirit to fight. No wonder her old mistress liked her. She has a lot of fire in her. I can't wait to make her fire into my best tool. That foolish witch was wasting her potential. The world will fall because of this girl's power, and the world will once again fear my name. What is she? That's a good question, my dear. I'm sure you felt her power. What do you think she is? Just a normal witch? No, not at all. I wonder if she even knows what she is. Has she said anything to you? Let me see your memories, my dear. Ah, just like I thought. She has no idea on how important she is. That fool has truly wasted her power. What a waste. Well, her power will be put to better use now. But for now, we have to wait until she wakes up. Let me just bind her powers and bind her to the chair here.
Ow! My head. Man, what happened to me? The last thing I remember is... No! I was placed in a forced sleep? No wonder I feel like crap. Wait, where am I? Ugh, why can't I see anything in here? Let me just summon up a light ball to light up the way. Shining, shining ball of light, help me guide me through this night. What? Huh. Why isn't the spell working? It's one of the first spells I learned, and it's the easiest to master. So why isn't it working? Who is there? I know you are there. Please, can you please tell me what's happening? Why can't I reach my magic? Why can't I move any part of my body? Please, can you explain what's going on? Where am I and who are you?
Interesting. Very interesting. Even though I took away your magical powers, yet you can still sense me even though I have myself hidden in shadows. It would appear that I have greatly underestimated you. I won't make that mistake again. As for where you are, that's simple. You are in a pocket dimension of my making. As for who I am, are you sure that you absolutely want to know that? After all, knowledge is power, and once you know it, well, sometimes knowledge is a curse. Are you truly willing to pay that price, little witchling?
I want to confirm something. I'm pretty sure I know who you are by your voice alone, but I want to make sure. After all, I wouldn't want to assume anything and then be proven wrong.
There is that fire again. I can see it in your eyes. You are practically sending waves of anger off of you. Let's see how long that lasts once I show myself to you. Ta-da! Well, am I who you were expecting, my dear little witchling?
So, I was correct. It is you. Well, why do I have the dishonor of meeting you? Why did your student kidnap me? I am sure you already know that my mistress will be looking for me.
As a descendant of a goddess, I am looking to rip every last shred of divinity from you through your left eyeball so you can watch. Then I will distill it into an elixir and use it as an everlasting nightlight. Why? Because you and your little friends are annoying with your acts of kindness and doing the right thing all the time. I used to do that at one point, but what did I get for it? Burned at the stake 3 times.
You think I'm a descendant of a goddess? You're even more loony than my mistress had thought. Is the big, bad, dark, scary witch afraid of the dark? Is that why you need a nightlight? Oh, you poor thing.
Oh, my dear, I love the darkness. I want a nightlight so I can attract night fairies and capture them so I can torture them and drain them of their magics as well. Also, I have the bonus of knowing that the light that your divinity brings will never spread across the land ever again. It'll be contained and right there where I can keep an eye on it for the rest of eternity. You absolute pedestrian little brat of a witchling. Do you not have any ambitions at all?
Oh, my face. I think you managed to knock out a couple of my teeth. That's okay. I never liked those teeth anyways. I was seriously thinking about getting them removed. You just saved me a trip to the dentist. Thanks for that. Wait, hold up. Did you just call me a pedestrian? No, wait, I'm sorry. Did you call me an absolute pedestrian? Well, excuse me. But I don't see any crosswalks here, nor do I hear any cars. As for my ambitions are my own. Why would I tell you them? We are not friends, lovers, or even related in any way, so why should I tell them to you? As for being a brat, I am just talking to you and having a pleasant conversation with you. You're the one acting like a child, throwing a temper tantrum, slapping and calling me names. Aren't you supposed to be older than me? Shouldn't you be acting like an adult?
And this is why you and I will never get along. You don't take anything seriously. You will pay for your insolence and your lack of respect for the magical arts. I think my first torture will be to bury you in an anthill covered in honey up to your ears. What do you think of that? Hmm?
Aw, what a shame. And here I thought we were getting along splendidly. I mean, granted, it would be better with some tea and biscuits. Though the honey does sound lovely at this point in time. But we can work up to that point, I suppose. I take things very seriously. I don't feel like I'm in any serious danger with you, so therefore I'm pretty relaxed. I don't think you'd actually torture me. Why don't I think that? Because you and I both need me. Or, well, the power that dwells inside me. You can't hurt me permanently, not without my magic healing me, as my teeth are already healed. And you certainly can't kill me, because then you would lose my, what was it again? Godly power. So you are stuck with me, until my mistress comes and rescues me. So how's that for seriousness? As for your whole nightlight idea, well, I don't think that would work, because you can't contain magic forever. Magic is like the ocean. It's always moving and breaking and changing.
Oh, don't lecture me on the nature of magic. I was stealing it from beings more powerful than you before your parents were a glimmer of lust. I have drank my fill in the great rivers of Aether. I have fought literal demons. Okay, that last one may have been a game of cards, but my point still stands. As for your point about tea, perhaps you are correct. I am a bit parched after all. Fetch us the teapot. I was steeping some elderberry tea earlier, and I do have some cheese and crackers. I could at least offer you your last meal at the very least.
Hey! Was that a joke you just made? Good one. See, I knew you weren't all bad. I think I'm already growing on you. I hope one day you can teach me that card game sometime. That would be fun. Did you say elderberry tea? Oh, my favorite. If I didn't know better, I think you were trying to flirt with me. I'll take the crackers, but as for the cheese, I think I'll pass, for I am very lactose intolerant. And what do you mean that this would be my last meal? Honey, let's be honest with each other. If you're going to kill me, I'm pretty sure you would have already killed me if you wanted to. I wonder what's stopping you from ending me right here and now. It should be pretty easy for you to do so, since you have blocked my magical abilities, and I'm bound to this chair rather snugly, I might add. Perhaps you don't want to kill me because you fear the paperwork. So I ask you again, what's stopping you from ending me?
Because it would be a waste. Now, drink your tea and let us at least pretend to be civil while the final preparations are being prepared. As for it being your last meal, it's only a figure of speech. I'm considered evil, but I would never waste a perfectly good life that could be used for good effect elsewhere. After all, you're still so young and have so much that you could say, why not become my apprentice instead?
I'm sorry? Did you just ask me to become your apprentice? But don't you already have an apprentice? Besides, I already have a mistress, or mentor, as I like to call her. See, I have her mark on my... her mark right on my hand, right? Oh, right. It's gone. I suppose that was your doing. However did you manage that? And what about your apprentice you have now? What would you do with them? My mistress told me that a witch can only have one apprentice at a time. What would happen if I did not become your apprentice?
Another lie of the system. The number of apprentices is only tradition. You can have as many as you can handle, and with my power and organization skills, I've been able to handle 3 at once before. I'm used to training 2 at once, though. It's more efficient and much nicer having 2 students that you can bounce things between. They can help train each other, and everything is so much smoother as long as you can work through any personality differences. As for your mark, without access to your magic, you simply have no mark. It's as simple as that. And if you did not become my apprentice, well, I continue with my original plans. Distill and bottle your divinity so I can use it for my own purposes at a later date. You'll survive, of course, but you'll be less than yourself.
You've given me a lot to think of. Before I decide, I just want to say one thing to you. I would like to think that none of this would have worked out if you weren't, at least, at heart, just a little bit of a good person. And if I wasn't deep down just enough of a bastard to be worth knowing. I'll join you for now, but be warned. When my previous mistress arrives, I will go back to her. I'm sure you've already guessed it, but I do have darkness in my heart. It does sound fun to be bad, so I'll join you. Sounds like a fun time, as long as you'll teach me that card game of yours. And yes, I do rather like being the way I am. I would like to stay intact, thank you very much. Do we have a deal?
I think we do. Welcome to the team, even if it's only temporary. Allow me to dispel the enchantments, remove the bonds, and bind you to me as my apprentice. Perhaps not necessarily in that order. And we can deal some cards. I think we might have gotten off on the wrong foot, but hopefully we can turn that around, my dear.
Sounds like a plan. I look forward to it, my mentor.